Hello everyone, my name is Dallas May. Welcome to another video. This time, we are reviewing I Am Legend. This movie takes place, I believe, in the city of New York, with Will Smith. I forgot the character he's playing as, but he has a dog named Sam, a German Shepherd. Alright, so we're gonna get into a review of this, and we're gonna see just how well this movie holds up to its name. Is it worth watching? Is it got a good story? Are the zombie-like creatures freaking badass looking? Well, let's get into this review. This is not the English version of the movie. I know, I couldn't find the English version, so we're stuck right here. So, looks like we open up in New York. I was right. I do like the setting. It does look like post-apocalyptic. This is what I'd expect The Walking Dead or some sort of zombie outbreak to look like. My question is, where are all the zombies? There's Sam. Uh-huh. Driving through the city. Okay, I think the rest of the movie is just driving. Let's skip a little past. Okay. He got out of his car. And he has his rifle. Well, in a zombie post-apocalyptic world, you have to carry a weapon. So where is he hunting, or was he about to shoot? Oh, he's hunting a deer, I guess. What is with the motion camera here? I don't think that's necessary. Just shoot it while you got the chance. I mean, it's out in daylight. Just shoot it. Oh. Oh. A lion. And a lion has a mate with cubs. Will Smith, I have one question. Why aren't you shooting the lions? I mean, I know they have cubs and all, but what if one of them charges and attacks you? You gotta think, man. I mean, if they're charging at you, you're gonna have to shoot. But luckily, the lions do not attack, and he don't attack, and they go their separate ways. So, happy outcome. Next. Next, he comes to his home, which he's spraying chemicals in front of the doorway. Gotta keep everything sanitized. And he's got a shit ton of food stockpiled. I want to hang with this dude. Look at all that. That's enough to keep one man happy for a month. Well, not a month. I'd say 2-3 months. Hell, finding a stash like that in someone's house, that'd be like finding crack. Or gold in the apocalypse. Oh, so he has a wife and a daughter. Or a sister and a niece. He's not gonna eat the vegetables, Will Smith. Dogs don't usually eat vegetables. My weenie dog, Scrappy, now surprisingly, he does eat vegetables. I've seen him. But a dog like Sam, I'm pretty sure he's gonna want something with meat in it. I mean, don't you have any kills and bits you could give him? Any big dog food bags left out there? You could give him some dog food. I'm sorry if the volume's not up. I can barely hear it myself. I don't have a remote and the volume button is messed up. It's gonna be alright. No worries. Gotta admit, this is a funny scene where he's bathing the dog and singing that song. Don't worry, be happy, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. But then soon his watch starts beeping uncontrollably. My watch does that from time to time too, just time to turn it off. And thus he fortifies his home with a bunch of shutters on the inside. Surprisingly, how the hell did he manage to have those installed? I don't know. Will Smith in this movie kind of sticks out as a Rambo Burt Gummer type person, fortifying his home with a shit ton of stuff stockpiled. Why are they sleeping in the bathtub? Dude, you have a bed upstairs. Is there a reason why you can't go sleep in that bed? Instead, you are sleeping in a bathtub. Really? Is that how sad the apocalypse is? So he's a colonel with the army. Gotcha. And they're driving through downtown, which was apparently during Christmas break, and he has to get his family out because the zombie pandemic is starting, and he doesn't want his family getting hurt, so kinda smart getting his family out while he can. Let's fast forward through this. Okay, now he wakes up in a bed. First, you're sleeping in a tub. Now you're sleeping in a bed. Make up your damn mind, movie. Either he's sleeping in a bed or he's not. But after some mundane tasks of exercise and whatnot, he decides to go down into his basement laboratory? Well, Smith, you better not have a meth lab down there. Oh, very high tech. And apparently he's making a vlog of himself. And he's a streamer. Great. What the fuck are those? That is a bunch of infected rats, my friends. And frankly, um, well, I have a little, question for you. If you have those mice in cages and they're able to break out of them, and if they're infected, aren't you at least a bit worried that they could infect you and, oh, I don't know, Sam? I mean, think about it. If they're able to break through that glass, which they are on the verge of doing so, they crack one. I don't know if y'all can see it perfectly, but one is about ready to crack the glass. If they're able to do that, aren't you worried about your and your dog's health? After initializing, some of them have turned, one is still alive. I have seen this movie before, so I remember parts of it. And goes out, performing more mundane tasks. Must be pretty lonely in the apocalypse. Just me him and that dog, no one to talk to. Boring shit, boring shit. More boring shit. I want to cut to the fucking zombies. Okay, I crashed helicopter. There goes a deer Sam's chasing with Will Smith right behind Sam as well. Well, apparently he's got some strong boot strength. Is there a reason why the dog didn't go in there? How come I haven't seen any zombies yet? Fast forward to the zombies. I want to see some zombos. This is too damn dark, man. I mean, at least have a little lighting in this area. Is that the dog? Please don't tell us that's the dog and it's dead. Oh, it's just the deer. And where's the dog? Okay, so those were our supposed zombies? How did you not make any kind of noise when you first stepped on that? But now that you're on it, it's making all kinds of racket. Well, luckily this doesn't draw their attention. But he still needs to find Sam and get out of there before they notice them. I didn't see a good look at the zombie creature light creature's face. Oh, there's Sam hiding under a desk. Well, you know when you see a dog hiding, that ain't a good sign, Will. That's not a good sign. Hold on. I want to see what that creature is. Okay, so the creatures from The Descent. If you haven't watched that movie, it's about a bunch of like rock climbers trapped underground with some creatures that kind of resemble that a little bit. Except that one's can see, I guess. The ones in The Descent were blind. But they kind of resemble that all the way around. So those are our zombie type creatures. They don't look very impressive. Uh-huh, running sequence. Out the window. Wouldn't a fall like that leave you with a couple broken bones? Depends how high the window is. About 20 feet. He might walk away with a broken bone or two if he landed the right way. And he thus sets up a trap for one of them. Why, I hear you will ask? Well, because he wants to capture one and study it for its blood. Or at least try to figure out what makes it crazed. I can kind of see where Dying Light got the volatile vibe, or volatile creation. Because these things only come out at night, just like the volatiles in Dying Light. And no, I'm not saying the movie stole this from Dying Light. I'm saying Dying Light got the idea for the volatiles because the producers and creators probably seen these creatures in this movie and thought maybe that looks good, so they're going to try a different model. Because think about it, they only come out at night and they do hate light, just like the volatiles. So maybe that's where they got the idea. Hold on. I'm going to try and turn up the damn volume. Okay, that I can't barely hear. Who recorded this and put it on YouTube? I can't barely hear it. And they are attracted to the scent of blood, so I guess that means he's putting his dog in the, locking the dog in the car safe. I mean, he can't get out. Just make sure the windows roll down where you can get some air. Or leave it cracked open. I'm sure he cannot jump out the window. I mean, it's alright if you leave the window cracked open enough where you can get a lot of air. But if you leave the window rolled down, there's a good chance it could jump out the window and run back in there again. So you're being an idiot at that point. Then the trap activates, capturing one of the zombie-fied creatures that he knocks out with a rifle. Pop him off. You can do it. It's a zombified-like creature. You can pop him off. Okay, fine. Don't kill it. But when it comes back to try and bite you in the ass, I just get to say I told you so. Wait. You're telling us that this zombie-like creature can be knocked out and put under morphine and all kinds of medical experiments, and yet still doesn't have the inaccurate ability to attack him? What the hell kind of zombie creature is this supposed to be? I mean, most of the zombie films that I've seen always depict that you shoot them in the head, that they have no feeling whatsoever, so if you even try putting morphine into them, they're just probably liable to try to eat you. You can shoot them in the chest, they'll keep coming, but a straight bullet to the head is what kills them. So is there a reason why he has this all set up like this? I know he wants to study it and see what makes it crazed, or see if there's a possible cure to this virus. But why? Why is this zombie responsive to this stuff? I mean, it's responsive like an actual human being. I mean, if these things are supposed to be zombified, and that's an ultraviolet light, you see, that's where I think Dying Light got the idea for the volatiles. They seem to think responsive to that ultraviolet light he just had, and thought they probably could add that into Dying Light. Where else would they have gotten the idea? Okay, they just made it breathe faster. So it's breathing like a normal human being. So it cured it? And it just had a stroke and died. The end. I'm joking. I guess let's just skip ahead of this, because it's all just boring shit. More logs, the city before the outbreak. Let's go back to that. That's about what you'd expect out of Black Friday. I cannot understand a word they're saying right now because whoever recorded this. So that's supposed to be the evac chopper to get his family out. Uh-huh, let's keep this going. not just a dream or flashback. Afterwards, he's traveling through the city again, and he finds a mannequin that has been moved. Why is this so freaking important to him? I don't know. But apparently this mannequin has been in the same spot for the past few years. And now all of a sudden it's been moved, so there's somebody out there with a mannequin fetish? I don't really get why the mannequin is so important. So let's continue. Well, obviously it was one of the zombie-like creatures that moved him. Who the hell else could? You're in an empty city. Who the hell else could have moved him? Mannequins aren't real people, you know. Just go back into your car, drive away. You can do it. Just drive away. Obviously, that was a trap. And it was his own trap, too. How the hell do you not know this was a trap? Idiot, now you're caught in your own trap. Very much similar to the one that you used to bag that other zombie-like creature thing. I don't know what the fuck they're called. And he is out cold. Okay. And he's out cold until sunset, which is bad because he's out there during the night when he's not supposed to be. Thus, he has to take a knife, cut the rope, and free himself. And when he does, he falls on his own knife and it injures him. Idiot. Just yank it and put a tourniquet on it. Just crawl to your car. You can do it. And it's actually a race against time to get to the car. He doesn't have much time, whereas that's when the zombie creatures come out. Come on, you're just a few feet away from your truck. Don't you have your rifle? Couldn't you just shoot him from that distance? And apparently they're zombie dogs. Oh great, a little Resident Evil reference. And apparently Sam gets attacked by one of the zombie dogs. He manages to kill one and then kill the other. And they're both alive, so they both get back to the house, I guess, with very minor scratches and injuries. Yay, so far it's going so good. Oh, well that's not good. That's not good at all. In fact, Sam got infected with this virus from the zombie dogs. Uh-oh. Sam gonna make it? Aww. Please let the dog live through this. Uh-oh. Sam's turning. Now this is sad. This is sad. I kind of know what it's like to lose a pet. I have lost my pet Yorkie due to sickness a couple years ago. It was really sad. We tried taking him to the vet, but when we brought him to the vet, apparently he died of some sort of sickness in his bloodstream. So I kind of know what it's like to lose a pet. I feel for you, Will. I wish there was another outcome to this, like where he's able to make a cure and fix the dog. But I don't think that's what happens in the movie. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for you, Will, or whatever your name is in this movie. I know the actor's name is Will Smith, but whoever he's playing as. Keep going. Talking to a dummy. He decides to go and get revenge for Sam upon the zombie-like creatures and decides to go kamikaze on him with a car. Okay, dude, I know you want freaking revenge for your loss of your dog, but if you want the good revenge, maybe try, oh, I don't know, packing a weapon instead of just full-fledged running at them with a car. Because you're forgetting, there's hundreds of them and only one of you. So just running at them with a car is not really going to kill them all. Now, if you were to pack a shotgun, an assault rifle, a couple handguns, maybe a few frag grenades, then I could see you taking your revenge on Sam. But running at him with a full-fledged car? That's just batshit bonkers crazy. It goes about as well as you would expect. It gets flipped over, leaving him stuck in the car with them drawing near to attack. But then there's a bright light, and someone comes to the rescue. So his wife and daughter died in a helicopter crash. Gotcha. Why the heck was that helicopter sitting there for so damn long? Shouldn't have been taken off and going instead of it just sitting there? Correct me if I'm wrong, but that helicopter had been sitting in the almost exact same position in the air the past few minutes. I mean, is there a reason why it was just sitting there? And apparently he wakes up to watching Shrek, one of my third favorite childhood movies. And he pulls a hand on. Well, clearly, if they're watching Shrek, there's gotta be a kid. So, honestly, you're gonna pull a gun on a kid? Apparently, it's two survivors. Told you there'd be a kid. A woman and a boy. So, they're the ones that saved him. Gotcha. How the hell were they able to hold off 15 or 16 of them zombie-like creatures? I mean, did they have one big giant orb light? No, not really. Isn't that the same woman that plays in the Resident Evil movies? I may have her confused with someone else. And she is kind enough to make him breakfast, and kind enough to save his life. And how does he kind of repay it? Let's see how he repays it. By overreacting, throwing his food around, and acting like a complete asshole. You know, dude, she saved your ass from getting torn apart limb from limb, and she was kind enough to make you breakfast. And this is how you repay her by acting like an asshole? Oh, gee, thanks for saying thank you, asshole. So you threw your food around and was acting like an asshole because she made bacon for you? Dude, if somebody saved my ass and was giving me bacon and eggs for fucking breakfast in the apocalypse, I'd be saying thank you. How can I return the favor? I wouldn't be throwing my shit around like an asshole. So later in the film, they discuss that there is a community outside of New York that is pretty safe. And they establish that it's possible for him to make a cure in her blood. So let's continue. There's more boring talk to this. And the little kid's looking at him like, you're an ass. So I wonder if this is the version with the good ending or the bad ending where he dies. I mean, I don't care either ending. I just wish there was like a third ending where he's able to save the dog. Well, with a fortified home like yours, they shouldn't really be able to break through, should they? I mean, you have barricaded doors, windows, and some decent firepower, so you shouldn't have a problem fighting them off, right? I know what you're. Sorry about that, everyone. Do something. So you set off enough explosions to kill a shit ton of them. Okay, well, at least you got the Rambo and Burt Gummer part right. It looked like you killed at least 10 or 12 of them with those explosions, so good job. Should you Shouldn't you, I don't know, be stocking up on getting your firepower and your combat gear ready? I'm pretty sure if my house is under attack by those creatures, I'd be wearing all my combat gear. I'd have all the weapons I could possibly carry, and I'd be ready to fight them.
And he gets the shit kicked out of him by that monster thing. You know you're wasting ammo just by shooting the walls. You should be wasting that ammo out on those monsters that are trying to kill you. Empty clip, time to reload. Or just drop it. You know, you could have just reloaded that weapon, right? I mean, you have firepower stockpile. Just grab some ammo, reload it, be ready for another round. Keep it going, and come on. How many more of those things are there? I mean, surely to God he had to kill a fuck ton of them with those explosions, or you'd think. Hey, they charge and they run into their basement. Or his basement. Oh, so he did make a cure. Okay, why in the hell ain't he able to cure that dog yet? Well, it's dead now, but earlier when the dog was around, why couldn't he have cured it? Damn, there's at least 30 of them. Ah, so he gets the sad ending. Where he takes a grenade and goes kamikaze on him. So the dog and him die. It's kind of sad. Destroying all his research and everything. Okay, why didn't you just give all your research data and the cure as well to her? I mean, I know you gave her the cure or whatever, but couldn't you give her your research data as well? That way the scientist she takes that stuff to can, oh, I don't know, make more. And she and the boy are still alive, so somewhat happy, somewhat sad ending. I don't know really what to say about it. I actually thought I Am Legend would be a good movie, but you know, it has its upsides. I mean, I do apologize for it not being as loud. I don't know who recorded that movie and put it on there,
But through most of it, it was freaking quiet as hell. Luckily for my human brain memory, I remember quite a bit of it. I do say it's sad that he lost his dog. I do like the apocalyptic setting for this. It does give you the general idea of some sort of apocalypse would look like. There's just parts of it that just don't make sense. I mean, if those things are like zombified like creatures, then why is he trying to why are they responsive to medical stuff like morphine and medical machines and stuff like that? Why are they responsive to that if they're like zombie creatures? And then there's losing the dog. That was really sad because I know what it's like. Uh I just don't know what to say about it. I mean, I do like this setting. It does have some pretty good action scenes. It's just parts of it that don't make sense. Like the fact that he runs out of ammo on his gun and doesn't even bother reloading, he just drops it. Or the fact that he's able to make a cure, and I don't know why he hasn't done it already and cured the dog before it turned. Or the fact that he stumbled into his own trap that was set by one of the zombies, or zombie-like creatures anyway. My question is, how did he not know that was a trap? And then the zombie-like creatures responding to human technology and stuff like that. I mean, why are they responsive to that stuff? I mean, are they still part human? Are they zombies? I mean, it doesn't really give me much information about it. But anyway, that was I Am Legend. Does it hold up? Well, kinda. I mean, I like the action sequences, and I like the somewhat happy, somewhat sad ending. I just wish that it had more stuff in it that would make sense. But overall, I like it. On a scale 1 to 10, I'd give it at least a 6 or a 7. I mean, that's better than a 1. And you know what's a 1? Scale 1 to 10, 1 is bad. 10's good. On a scale 1, I would probably give Super Gator. That movie Super Gator review that I done, I'd give that a 1. How good of a movie it is. Because 1, the setting is in Hawaii. Last time my human brain comprehended, there's no alligators, crocodiles, or gigantic-ass snakes in Hawaii. So overall, they fucked up that movie's plot by having it in Hawaii. Now, if it were in a swamp-like area, like the Everglades, or some sort of Florida-type setting, then we'd see, then it'd make a little bit more sense. But in Hawaii, anyway, I'm Dallas May, and we are signing off.